Hello and welcome everyone to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Finally coming to you live with a good video and audio setup. Let me know in the live chat if my audio and video is good. I was looking for the background with, oh wait, hold on. Yes. That didn't work. There we go. That's okay. Now I can do this and my fingers aren't disappearing. Good job, green screens. So yeah, I wanted like the background with Washington, D.C. burning because America is kind of going through a bit of a shitstorm, but I couldn't find it. So let's be bullish about Bitcoin's future in the near term. And we are going to the charts. Man, it's kind of good to be finally sitting at a desk. All right, monthly chart, not much to discuss. I took a look at it the other day. This is going to be a short-ish video. I do have an important call at the top of the hour, and I need a few minutes of preparation time. So we are going straight to the weekly chart. Emma, hi to you in Mexico as well. I'll be seeing you guys in Mexico real soon because that's where I plan to have a new base. Might be El Salvador. I'm actually really upset. I was not in El Salvador this past week. I was, as you guys know, in Dubai and then Malta because I had commitments in Malta. But all my friends were in El Salvador and they all had an amazing time. So I kind of want to go, but I don't want to go to El Salvador on my own. I kind of want, next time there's an event in El Salvador, I will find a way to get there for sure. All right. So the weekly chart, this is not a great start to the week, but the week always starts where the prior week is left off due to the 24/7 nature of Bitcoin. So this means that last week's candle did not close very strong. You can see how the body of last week's candle was bigger than the shadow of that candle, which means that the buy pressure coming in on the back end of the week was not all that significant. This led to a negative count on the MRI, and we are now on the second candle. If this week's candle starts trading below last week's candle, that would activate a red star, which would indicate a potential for a bearish trade. Now, we saw one of these red stars back in September, which did not lead to any kind of a bearish rally. The following week, we rallied back up and closed above the short-term moving average. I believe that if we do end up with a red star candle, it is going to be very similar to what happened on the candle of September 20th, or at worst, what happened on July 5th. I do not foresee a red star candle being like what happened on April 19th. I do see all of this as a short-term pullback. And while I still like for Bitcoin to break that $100,000 area by the end of the year, at the moment that is looking unlikely, but Q1 2022 is perfectly reasonable for that break of the $100,000 mark. Let's take a look at our Consensio look at Bitcoin, and I remain at 75% bullish conviction to hold Bitcoin in a long trade. Now, if we do pull back down and we close in the vicinity of 56,000, I would now be looking to lower that perhaps a little bit. Now, technically, nothing changes. Bitcoin being between 58,000, which is the current price, and all the way down to 53,000 does not alter anything. Bitcoin is already below 2 moving averages. The 2 moving averages are already declining and they have already crossed. So absolutely nothing will change on this chart as long as Bitcoin stays between 53,000 and 58,000. But the moment it goes below 53,000 and closes the 4-day candle there, we must take more off the table based on the Consensus trading strategy. I'm going to be more conservative than that. I will lower this allocation to 50% if Bitcoin gets to a new low on this current candle, or next candle gets below current candle, and the low so far on this candle is approximately $56,500. So Bitcoin getting below $56,500 with me considering the fact that it is likely to close below $56,500 would lower the bullish allocation to 60%. 60%. Here's the daily chart. I drew this red arrow yesterday where I stated that until proven otherwise, we must assume the 50-period moving average is going to act as resistance as opposed to some meaningless line meant to be broken. Now, right here, this, of course, acted like a meaningless line meant to be broken, but keep in mind, this was the second time in a not too distant future that this line was challenged. And when this line is challenged for the second time in a short period of time, it is a lot more likely to break than when it's challenged the first time. Same thing right here. Now you can say that we never made it back to that line for a rejection, and we never made it back to the line for a rejection, and we never made it back to the line for a rejection. But you can also say that we were fairly close, that this line did act as a bit of resistance. So when this line got broken back in July, it wasn't all that random, even though I don't usually anticipate moving averages to be broken off of new swing lows, but it is also debatable whether this was or wasn't a swing low, because we did have a new low on the daily close, but we did not have a new low on the daily intraday swing. So this is a bit debatable. So this would have been a tricky situation, and we did break it like a hot knife through butter. This time around, I do anticipate this to be a rejection. It's already acting like a rejection, but if we make it back to this moving average in a short period of time, and on a daily scale, a short period of time is within a couple of weeks, I would expect it to break to the upside. For now, however, we're going to remain conservative, and we're going to assume that this is rejection, taking prices down to a new swing low, as unfortunate as that sounds, but this is currently the more likely path, even though my thumbnail is bullish and my background is bullish, and I am drinking all of the hopium, especially in light of what happened in El Salvador and then building the Bitcoin city. But the chart is telling me, to slow my roll a little bit on the bullish nature of Bitcoin. Today's candle on the 4-hour chart was looking very promising, but it has already pulled back quite a bit. So we will wait and see on this 4-hour candle to close. And right now, this candle is, of course, meaningless. It did not go to a new swing high on the intraday. It did not go to a new swing high on the candle close. It did not yet close. So, of course, it can close above this moving average. But as of right now, this is, a non-factor in the technical analysis look. The 1-hour chart. Once again, this is a beautiful candle. It's always nice to see Bitcoin rally 5% for almost $3,000 in a single hour. But what have you done for me lately? And lately, in the last 40 minutes, we have pulled back down and lost half of that already. So once again, until we break some of these barriers, like the MRI resistance line, like a long-term moving average, even though on a 1-hour chart, that is only 200 hours, and most importantly, the prior double top. Until these things are broken, not only on the intra-candle high, but also on a closing high basis, this is a non-burger and it's completely meaningless, as nice as it looks. All right, let's move on to GBTC. I don't know where this is because this is a delayed chart and I do have to get off the stream in a few minutes. So I may not be with you when this starts trading, but it looks like it is going to rise a little bit. I'm really looking forward to seeing how today's premium closes, because I do believe that this premium is now finally on path to break even. TradingView is having its usual Black Friday sale. If you are going to sign up for TradingView and you would like to support this channel, please do it through the affiliate page. TradingView is like one of my only affiliates that pays me some kind of a residual percentage, and that's been going down quite a bit. If you already have a TradingView account and you sign up through this link, that does absolutely nothing. Unfortunately, it only applies to brand new TradingView accounts, which is why this revenue is basically non-existent over the years. It was great back in like 2017, 16, 17, 18, but now I am probably going to be taking this down off my affiliate page next year, because it's kind of doesn't really pay absolutely anything. It's kind of like YouTube ad revenue. If you save it for a few years, it might actually be something, but on a monthly basis, it's basically meaningless. All right, oil. Not much to say. We are right at support, and let's see which way it goes. Definitely no time to enter any trades. Gold. Gold is pulling back down. Gold remains a little bit of a basket case. I am no longer interested in gold until it breaks the next level of resistance, which is 1900. Until gold breaks 1900, it can then break out with a vengeance. I think gold and Bitcoin will break out together, most likely in Q1 of next year. The S&P 500 is heading to a new all-time high. Is anyone surprised? They shouldn't be. If you've been watching this channel long enough, you know what a bull I am of the S&P 500. Weekly chart, also bullish. We're going to move on. And actually, that's it. If you would like to support this channel, please check out the on-demand videos. I mean, of course, there's a free section on learning how to trade. It's not in video format. Those that are interested in a little more hands-on video format on learning how to trade with technical analysis and, of course, the risk management, these are still on a Black Friday discount, which will end at the end of the month, and prices will go back up to 750 and 500 respectively. And also the MRI, which has been on a discount at 750 versus the usual 1000. This is still a lifetime offer for access through TradingView. Of course, that is lifetime based on TradingView and my lifetime, not your lifetime. And also, if I get banned from TradingView for whatever reason, be it politics or otherwise, you will probably lose access to that indicator. Maybe at that point, I will release the code, but I will do something to make sure that I hold on to my promises of giving you access to the MRI for a one-time fee. All right, that is it. We're going to put up all of these conferences on sale probably this week. We are finalizing a contract for the next financial summit, also unconfiscatable. And I got to decide where to do the next understanding Bitcoin. That is going to be a lot of work, and I got to get started on that work, which is keeping me really, really busy. All right, guys, That is it. Once again, there's a couple of things here. If you want to start accumulating Bitcoin, Swan is one of the better places to do it. And of course, if you want to run your own node, check out Start9. Thank you all so much for watching. And I know there were questions about the ARK ETF, but I honestly have absolutely no idea. We need to bring the news show back. I want to have Leah Wald on so she can talk about the ETF that Valkyrie launched and all this other awesome stuff. Thank you all so much for watching, and see you all on the next one. Man, I see DraftKings and PayPal. I'll try to remember those and take a look at them tomorrow. Bye, guys.